I see a jerk at the restaurant entrance verbally abusing a woman. I don't say a word, just stare at him coldly. Instead, he provokes me, telling me to mind my own business. I don't need to speak, just one look is enough. A few seconds later, he backs down, apologizing repeatedly and promising never to do it again. He knows better, so I walk into the restaurant satisfied, but trouble comes quickly. Before I can even taste my dessert, sirens suddenly wail outside as two police cars pull up at the entrance. I glance around the elderly couple, two mischievous kids. The cops are obviously here for me. I drop a bill on the table and calmly wait for them. The police burst in like they are arresting a terrorist. I don't ask questions, just raise my hands and cooperate. At the station, a young female officer coldly tells me to register. Wish she was a bit nicer. They search me and find some cash and an old medal. Then a detective brings me into the conference room. He says early this morning, there was a murder by the highway. Victim shot twice in the back of the head. Killer cleaned up the shell casings, beat the corpse, then covered it with cardboard. They found a note in the victim's shoe. Someone saw me at the dump site, so they arrested me. I think to myself, this investigation is really amateur. I tell them the killer is three people. The shooter knows firearms well, a repeat offender. The one who beat the body is a psycho, and the one who covered it with cardboard is a coward. I was just passing through, came to this small town, only to pay respects to a singer I liked. The detective doesn't believe it. One person with no luggage, just $200, traveled thousands of miles for a singer. He says until they figure out the phone number on the note, I have to stay locked up. 2 hours later, they trace the number to a young banker named Paul. He went to Paul's house. He says he doesn't know anything. But when he sees a black sedan, his face turns pale and he admits he's the killer. But he doesn't even know where the crime scene is, obviously taking the fall for someone else. Following protocol, the police still take him back to the station. I think I can leave, but the detective stops me, ridiculously claiming Paul is covering for me. This script is like shooting a TV show, but when you are under someone else's roof, you have to go along. Paul and I get sent to the detention center, where the guard on duty uses body searches as an excuse to make us strip naked. I warn him, if he wants to get beaten up, go ahead and search carelessly. Seeing my neck is thicker than my head, he backs down. The next day, I realize this isn't an ordinary detention center, but a place for serious criminals. These death row inmates are all desperate and hungry, and babyface Paul has already caught the attention of the prison boss. I can't stand watching this, so I tell him to get lost, but he calls me a gorilla instead.